Hi, my name's Becca, and I am new to the YouTube community. This is my first video, so I'm a little scared. But I wanted to make this video to let everyone know that I am joining the XJW YouTube community, and I hope to be making several videos in the future. Just to let everybody know that there's another one out, and I'm doing fine, and that I've been very blessed to find my way, and I just want to share where I've been and what I've gone through with others, to help anyone who's out there, and to give them encouragement that you can find your way. And I am a third generation Jehovah's Witness. I was born and raised in the Kingdom Hall, and I have a large family, and we're really divided. Some are in, some are out. My mom still goes. My husband still goes, which is awesome, as you can imagine. But anyway, I do have some family that no longer go. I have my sister Gina and my sister Brenda, who are out, and who have the 411 about the organization. Other family members that haven't gone, they still believe, even though they're not practicing witness. But so here's what happened. I was just, I know some witnesses have a happy story about their life as a Jehovah's Witness, and lots of friends, and love service and the meetings and the ministry school and all that good stuff. And that really wasn't my story. I was a wallflower in the hall and just kind of slithered in and slithered out, and but I loved everyone there. Don't get me wrong, I really do. I'm very special brothers and sisters, very good people there. But I just wasn't very happy, and my particular problem was that I believed every single word that was spoken. I mean, solid gold, 100% truth. And so when they said, do your all and be on the ministry school, to go out in service, I took that to heart. And when I didn't measure up, I was angry with myself. I was like really starting to hate myself, because I just couldn't be. I wanted to be so badly what they told me I should be, and what God expected me to be, and I just couldn't do it. And I was really starting to hate myself for not living up, for not being good enough. And I've struggled with this like my whole life. And I would usually, when it got like really bad, I'd give myself a break. Take a month or two, take a chill pill, retreat, and just start over again. And I have just been on this same cycle for decades. And so I was at a low point this time around, and I was having a real hard time, mustering up the strength or whatever to get myself back up in there. And I just realized that I just cannot do this to myself anymore. I'm just not going to be able to do it. And so I kind of got to thinking that maybe I would have to if I wasn't able to live up, then really what was the point of going and torturing myself, trying to be something that I'm not? And so I thought, well, I'll just have to seek out whatever happiness I can find for myself until Armageddon comes and wipes me off the face of the earth. And that's kind of where I was heading. And kind of what I, for the most part, decided to do, because I just didn't know what else to do. And just at this lowest point ever, my sister, Gina, she struggled too, and we were both trying to console each other and trying to help each other out. But then we made a few discoveries, and when she shared them with me, it was, well, it was interesting. It was a hard ride, but what happened is that we started. First thing she heard was about this, the images, and I, of course, I didn't want any part of that. So I was like, I don't even want to look. I don't know what you're talking about. Don't want to know. I was really scared. So, but I did. I found the courage to look. And then it seemed like once I got that first, this doesn't sound right kind of feeling, something, how can this be? When you get that feeling, it was just like one thing after the other just started coming my way. Little bits of information started flooding in. And then I learned about Beth Sarim, or Sarim, however you say it. Beth Sarim, I'm going to say. And I thought, well, gee, that sounds kind of cuckoo. That doesn't sound like something that could happen in God's organization. He doesn't do crazy, and this sounds kind of crazy. So I knew that was it. That once I heard that, I was like, oh, there is something seriously wrong up in here, and it is time for me to crack that book, the Bible, and really give it a good read for myself and quit letting people tell me what it says. It is time for me to read this and find out what really is going on here and what is true and what isn't true. So that's what I did. I started at Matthew and worked my way towards Revelation, and then was going to backtrack to the Old Testament after that. And my sister, she was a book or two ahead of me, and she kept talking about grace, and this grace, and I was like, what are you talking about? I haven't gotten that far. What are you talking about, grace? I had no clue what she was talking about. And then when I got there, I was like, oh, I see now. And then once I started really reading the Bible, it didn't take long before I had to take everything that I knew, put it to the side, and just focus on what I'm reading and let this tell me the story for itself. Did not match, but I just went with it, talked about heaven. Okay, whatever you're going to tell me, I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it for what it is, as your word, as your guidance, as your book. And I'm going to accept it. Even if it's foreign to me, even if I don't understand. So that's what I did. Wow, this time really goes fast, doesn't it? So, anyway, I read the Bible. It was very enlightening. I thought I knew the Bible and realized I had no clue what the Bible said. I only know what I've been told it said. And so if you haven't read for yourself, that's the first thing I would recommend to you, is you start reading. Start from Matthew if it makes it easier for you, like I did. And it won't take you long before you start unfolding God's truth. From there, after that, a couple of books in, we knew we were going in a different direction than the organization, that the Bible went in a different direction than the organization, and that we were going to either follow the org or we were going to follow the Bible. And there was no question I was going to follow the Bible. So that's, that's kind of where we went. And thankfully, there was a large YouTube community out there with so many answers to all the questions that we had. Encouragement, just to know that you're not alone, that you're not crazy, that there are images, that Beth Sarim does exist. It does sound crazy because it is crazy. What else? If you're looking at this and you were like me and you wanted to find out what was going on, if this isn't the truth, what is? I want to help you if I can. I don't have all the answers, but I do have a few, and I want to share them with everyone. I want to let everybody know that another witness has left, is able to see and see the truth and to see the organization for what it is. I got the number and I want no part of it. And it's really frightening at first because, especially for someone born and raised, when that's all you know and you don't trust. Like so many people, when I would confide in coworkers or people or whatever, and they would say, well, why don't you go talk to a pastor? I'm not going up in no church talking to a pastor. Yeah. Like their advice, it was well-meaning, but it just wasn't working. So thank goodness for the YouTube, because it was a safe way to learn about what the Bible says, and I just, I just felt like, like there was the help that I needed when I needed it. So thank you, YouTube community. And so now the time has come for me to start my own journey and to see if there's anyone that I can help, even if it's just by sharing my story, letting you know, hey, I'm here, another one out. Sign me up on the JW ranks, and yeah, so I made it, and that's in part thanks to you. Mostly, of course, because I was shown the way out, and only God can, get credit for that. But you guys certainly did help, and so I appreciate that. So I want to help others any way I can, and don't be afraid to look. I want to encourage you, because I know the organization frightens you, makes you too afraid to really look. I know that when I first clicked on my first YouTube video, and I was like really, really scared, I just did like a 30-second click and then clicked off, and then whatever I saw during that little snip was going to determine whether or not I was going to do it again, or whether I was just going to like call it quits, and no way, run the other direction. But I found the courage to look, and there's just so many people that I'd love to meet and thank personally. Maybe one day we will. Who knows? We should have a party. Anyway, I forgot where I left off about myself. But third generation. Me and my sisters, a couple of sisters out. And I reached out to someone I seen who made a video. His name is Gus, and had a couple of questions that I wanted to ask him. It was very helpful to me and my sister, and so huge thanks to Gus for all he's done to help us. Can't talk about that because I'll cry. And I don't want to be a big baby on my first video and cry and look like Alice Cooper and scare everybody off my channel. But so I really appreciate everything that everyone's done. So that, I guess that's the name of this video. Thanks. I appreciate you. And I want to share with others, you know, my road, my journey, and that it hasn't been easy, but it has been rewarding. It is bittersweet because you're being flooded with God's truth, and life is just opening up for you, but then you've got your family who are still trapped, and your friends and loved ones, you know, who don't see what you see, who can't see what you see, who aren't ready to see what you see, and there's nothing you can do about it to make them. You just have to, well, what I do is I pray for patience until He shows them what He showed me. So I will be making more videos in the near future, hopefully, if I can, and I hope to share some things that maybe might help others and answer some questions. So that's pretty much it, and I'll be seeing you soon. Thank you for watching. Bye.